Hey there. So, hey there. So, welcome back to my second channel. We're talking about episode 5 today, and yeah, so Yara's gone home. I don't know what's going on in the background. There's like all the dogs are barking in this little neighborhood. Not even neighborhood, just the street. All the dogs are barking. So Yara went home. Again, it's really sad to see anybody go home. I think that All Stars, I mean, I know it's the game and things like that, but it's still sad. I wish that we could have seen a little bit more of Yara, and I wish that she fought harder than she did. But she's gone, and she might be coming back because there's a game within a game or whatever. Everyone voted for Yara unanimously, except for Yara, who voted for Akiria, and Jan, who voted for Akiria as well. Now, even in the last episode, I said, I'm pretty sure Jan picked Akiria's lipstick because it looked like it. And I was right. She picked Akiria's lipstick. And even in Untucked, they didn't really show who Jan picked. So, yeah, Jan picked Akiria. And that's what I was talking about. Jan was like, oh no, I want to do what the group thinks is right, but in my mind I was going to vote for Yara because I wanted Akiria to stay. And that's my point, is like, you should never ever aim to please anybody. You should aim to please yourself. So yeah, I feel kind of bad for her because I understand trying to make everybody happy with your decision, but at the end of the day, you must be happy with your decision. So I don't know. She should have either owned up to it and been like, yeah, I chose Akiria, period. Or she should have just picked Yara's lipstick, I don't know. So RuPaul comes in. The maxi challenge this week is Pink Table Talk. Honestly, I'm a bit confused about how this is a drag race challenge. I can sort of see why it is. I just don't see how it is because, I mean, obviously we all know that Jada Pickett's show is Red Table Talk. And obviously that's quite popular, and yeah, I can see why it's a challenge. I just don't see how it'll translate, because to me, a challenge like this, it reminds me a lot of like Good Morning Bitches on season 9. But even in that challenge, it was like more about being funny. And this one, I was very confused about what the judges wanted. Like, did they want the girls to be really funny? Did they want them to be completely serious? I don't know, it was very, very confusing. I'm still confused about what they were looking for. So RuPaul says that the 3 categories or topics are body, motherhood, and sex. And the 3 teams are body is Pandora, Ginger, and Jan. Motherhood is Scarlett, Raja, and Kylie. And then sex is Trinity, Akiria, and Eureka. For me, honestly, I don't know. I'd probably choose body. I feel like that's one that it's a very like versatile topic. Like, you can be funny with body, you can be serious with body. And like with sex, for instance, sex to me would be more of a funny topic, and motherhood to me is more of a serious topic. Whereas obviously I think, you know, each of them can be both funny and serious, but I think body is definitely the most like versatile one. So yeah, and again, I would not want to be in a group with Eureka, especially after season 10. Did she win that challenge? It was Hats on the Runway, right? Yeah, I think she did win that challenge. I'm not 100% sure, but the DragCon panel, that episode where they were talking about proportionizing and things, I'm pretty sure Eureka did win that challenge actually. But again, I would not ever want to be in a group with Eureka. Eureka is loud and she overtakes everything. Not always a bad thing, not always a good thing either. So yeah, already from the get-go though, I could see that maybe Eureka's team would have won, just because the judges are overly accepting of everything Eureka does, and because she did well in the DragCon challenge on season 10. So already, like, right off the jump, yeah, Eureka seems to be like the strongest out of everyone. So then we're going into the workroom and what the girls are talking about. So on team body, Pandora says that she has body issues. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with like gay slang and the gay community and things like that, I'm not going to talk about that too much, but Pandora says that she doesn't know if she's a twink or what her body type is. And that to me is like a great topic to talk about. Because how many of us are there who we don't know exactly where we fit in the gay body type. You know what I mean? So I wish that she spoke about that, but then she didn't. So then we have Team Motherhood. Raja tells us about her mom and the like sort of relationship that her and her mother have. Great to see that. I love it. The thing is, there's nothing that I like more than queens showing us that they are vulnerable. Especially because mostly we see drag queens as these like figures of like strength and femininity and just like poise and like impenetrable, if that makes sense. Like, and it's cool to see people be more like open. Kylie is the moderator, which I don't know if that was a strong choice. Just because being a moderator, you have to be. I mean, I don't want to sound offensive or anything like that, but like to me, being a moderator means that you need to like, I don't know, it's just like you need to have like a really, really strong personality like Eureka and like Ginger. So I don't think it was the right choice for Kylie to be moderator. But anyways, and then we do have the moment in the workroom where Scarlett basically tells Kylie to have higher energy, and then it's a little bit uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit uncomfortable. I was like, are they about to fight? Are we gonna have a fight? And then Team 6, I'm happy that we get to talk about Trinity's HIV status. I think that it's really important for somebody like Trinity to be on national television telling people about her HIV status and educating people on HIV as a whole. So yeah, I was really happy we got, because especially when Trinity was announced for the cast, I was like sort of waiting. I was like thinking about whether or not we'd explore that storyline from season 6 again. And I'm happy we did, because it's definitely something that makes Trinity like a beacon for a lot of people who have HIV. So yeah, love it. Then the challenge. So the first team is Team 6. And they all look really good. The only thing that I dislike, and Eureka's worn these gloves many times. I hate these gloves. They do not match her skin tone at all. At all. I don't understand. I really don't. And I hate them. The thing is, why not just bring press-on nails? I don't understand. I hate it. Anyways, but they all look really good. They all like seem like their outfits fit into like a talk show kind of moment. I feel like they had really good energy as a group. Like they all matched each other, which I think was important. And this team to me was, the thing is, like with all the teams, I couldn't really find anything that made me not like the performance as a whole. I don't know, it was just difficult to judge this type of challenge because it didn't really make sense to me in the first place. But anyways, and we had like very, very intimate moments with both Akira and Trinity on this topic. You know, Akira tells us about how she used to live her life as a transgender woman. Trinity talks about her HIV status, and that's what I'm looking for. I want that vulnerability, and I don't know if that's what the challenge was calling for either. I feel like it was maybe, but then I don't know. And I love the fact that Trinity is educating people on HIV, especially because I don't think many people do research on HIV or AIDS. They just think of it as this disease that is like death. What's that thing? Death row. They think of it as like death row, where like your time is limited and you cannot do anything and you're like really sick and things like that. And I'm happy that Trinity's here to sort of educate people who aren't educated. And Eureka actually did say something that was kind of valuable. She said there's a difference between loving someone and fetishizing them. I don't know how to say that word. And that's very true. Very, very true. I think people in the LGBTQIA community experience that a lot. Whether it be, I don't want to talk about it too much because that's not what this channel is for. But yeah, I do think that was a very good point to make. So well done to Eureka. Then we have Team Motherhood. They looked good. Out of all the challenge looks, Scarlett's look was probably my least favorite out of everyone in the whole like lineup of queens. But yeah. And then let's go down the queens and what they all said. So Scarlett, I don't really understand what the judges were saying about her not being like authentic, or no, what did they say? They said like she would pop in and out of her drag character and her real life. That to me is just weird. I don't understand that critique at all. To me, I don't know, it's a weird critique to make about a drag queen who's on television, you know? Like, at the end of the day, this person is somebody who dresses up in drag for a living. Therefore, their life is basically their drag life and their real life. I don't know. To me, the critiques didn't really make sense. And I don't really understand how Scarlett going in and out of character would make anybody uncomfortable. It was just weird. I didn't understand the critiques at all. Raja was opening up about her mother and her, like, this is a prime example of what I would like to see, especially on a challenge like this. Because Red Table Talk is kind of this like intimate sort of emotional talk. This is what I expected, you know. I'm happy that Raja did open up. I'm happy that we had that moment where we could see her vulnerability and her emotional side. But obviously I'm confused because that's not, like, she was in basically the bottom that week. So I don't know. I was very confused. Kylie was a little bit too quiet for my liking. I wish that Kylie spoke up a bit more. I don't know. It's just like, it was weird. Like, I wish that she led the conversation a bit more than she did, if that makes sense. But the moment between her and Raja was like so beautiful. I really loved that. So yeah, I think that was pretty special. Then we have Team Body, who also looked really nice. I will say Jan's look didn't really scream talk show either. Like, Scarlett's look was my least favorite aesthetically, but at least it sort of screamed, like, at least it said a little bit of talk show. Jan's look was like a leotard, so I don't really get it, but they still all look nice. This team was the funniest team to me, and that's before the challenge. I was like, okay, we're looking for the funniest team because funny always goes off well. Like, if you're funny, it's great. So this was the funniest team to me. Ginger opens up about weight, which is obviously difficult for anybody who is self-conscious about their weight. Talking about weight is very difficult. But yeah, I'm happy that we got to see that as well. Jan also talks about social media, which is very important as well, especially if you're somebody who is in the eye of social media all the time, like a drag race contestant. So I'm happy she spoke about that. And then Pandora didn't say much. She spoke about ageism, which I think is very important, but I wish we spoke a bit more about those body issues that she spoke about in the confessional. Like, I wish we got more of that. Like, that to me, I think ageism is important, and I think she still should have spoken about that. But I think that speaking about body issues was also kind of important, you know? This group felt the most organic in conversation to me. Like, they felt the most sit down with your friends and talk. You know what I mean? Which I guess is what a talk show is. So, yeah. Anyways, let's talk about Jan's critiques quickly because I didn't really make a note of I don't really talk about when the judges do critiques. But Jan's critiques, like, I don't go in that order is what I mean. Like, I don't go challenge, runway, critiques. I talk about the critiques while I'm talking about the challenge. So Jan's critiques are that she is at 100%, 110 all the time. These were the critiques she got on her season as well, like on season 12. And I'm personally like kind of confused, just because on season 12, it was like, okay, Jan's giving 100% of the time, no, 110 all the time because she's trying to impress the judges. And even going into the season, she said that she's not going to give 100%. Even going into the season, she said she's not going to give 110 all the time. So, I don't know. It's just like, I could see that she was maybe doing a little extra, but maybe that's just Jan's personality. Maybe Jan is like this super high energy, loud person. And I don't think she should be criticized for that. I don't think her in the challenge, I don't think she was overbearing or overpowering or anything like that. You know what I mean? to me, that critique was invalid. It didn't really make sense to me. So yeah, and this is not because I'm a Jan stan. It's just because, I don't know, it's just, anyways. So after the challenge, this was a very difficult challenge to judge. Just gonna put that out there. I was very confused about who would be in the top, who would be in the bottom, which team won. Like, this challenge was difficult. I didn't understand it at all. So yeah, after the challenge, I was like, what's gonna happen? You know, very confused. But the thing is, like, to me anyways, they all did really good. So yeah, I was very confused. But anyways, so let's get into the runway. Ru's look, which is the promo look for season 13. This look was really nice. Again, same silhouette. Nice hair though, I will say. I really like this hair. And then Aisha Tyler is the guest judge. Love her. First of all, iconic reveal. We love it. Greatest reveal from a judge. I don't think any guest judge has ever done something like that. Okay, there's a truck. Wow. I don't think a judge has ever done like a reveal. I may be wrong though. So maybe there has been, but I really loved the fact that the rose petals out the mask. Amazing. She's also really cool. I'm happy that she's back. She was a guest judge on season... I can't remember, but I know that she was a guest judge on Drag Race already. Category on the runway is Clash of the Patterns. I really like it. We haven't seen a category like this yet, so really excited to see what the girls would bring. Now, if you tell me Clash of the Patterns, first thing that comes to mind is I would take two patterns that don't really go well, like stripes and polka dots, and put them together on the same garment. But that's not really what was given in a lot of the thingies. So I wonder if the description for this runway was just patterns. If we look at Trinity's look, if we look at Jan's look, like they were very much just a pattern. So it wasn't really very much like patterns that clash on the same garment, if that makes sense. So I was a bit confused, but still a cool runway category. So yeah, so Trinity's look, I really liked it. She looks beautiful. Trinity always looks amazing, unless she's doing a crossing guard look. But other than that, I think she looks great. Yeah, not much I can really say on it. It was very beautiful. I don't think that it was like show-stoppingly gorgeous, but it was very, very beautiful. Then Eureka, I'm not a huge fan of this look. It's just, I'm tired. Look, I know she didn't do exactly the same hair that she always does, but I'm tired of seeing this silhouette of hair on Eureka. We get it. If the judges are going to be angry at Monique Hart and Monet Exchange about doing sponges and cows, they must be angry at Eureka for doing, what do they call it, a muff? No, I don't know what you call that. That thing? A loaf. They must stop letting her do that. But anyways, the dress wasn't that pretty either. This sort of neckline is very common for Eureka. She does it all the time. So it was just very meh to me. Akira, this look was really cool. Was it my favorite? Maybe. I'll have to think. I think she was my favorite look on the runway. She just looked so stunning, first of all. Second of all, it reminded me of her Face Kini runway on season 11. But overall, it's an out-of-the-box way of thinking patterns. Because when, like, as somebody who does so, when somebody says pattern to me, I think of, you know, drawing out patterns and sewing them together. When Akira came out as like a dress form, A+, really loved it. Then we have Raja, who looks beautiful as always. And to me, Raja's look was also stunning, obviously. But her look reminded me a lot of like the patterns we have here in South Africa. So it was just like this, like her look stepped a level up to me just because the patterns that I saw her wearing just like brought back some nostalgia. Look, I'm not 100% sure if those patterns are just South African. They might not be. Like, they might be from somewhere else in Africa. But it was just... And, like, Raja always looks beautiful. So, period. Then we have Kylie. Kylie's look, I was not too fond of. I'm not gonna lie. It was just... I didn't really understand what the little triangles were. It was just weird to me. Look, Kylie always looks stunning. Let's just say that. From the jump, she looks beautiful every time she hits the runway. It's just, this look didn't really make sense to me. Then Scarlett, I will say that the dress itself were like the cut of the dress was not my favorite. It was just meh. And then I do love the fact that she put her little letters in. That was really cool. And I do think that her hair and makeup is like the best we've seen all season. I think Scarlett really looks amazing. Then Jan, no, I'm really confused about this outfit. The thing is, if you took away the color and if you took away the pattern on the dress and the chaps, I don't know why she was wearing chaps, but if you took that away, it would be pedestrian. Like the whole look would be very pedestrian. So the only thing that takes it to that next level is the pattern and maybe the color. But I mean, girls are known to wear pastel purple in the streets. So I don't know. I was just a little bit disappointed in this look. It wasn't giving what needed to be gave. So yeah, not my favorite. Between Eureka and her, obviously I think Eureka's was worse, but still not my favorite at all. Jan has looked better, so period. Then Ginger, I actually really liked this look. I think she looked really cute. I think the garment fit her really beautifully. Cause like when she stepped out, I was like, oh, love. But then I was like, what do I like about it? And I think it's just the way it fit her. And the silhouette, I don't know, I really liked it. I will say that it's smart to choose the exact same pattern, but in a different color, because then it doesn't end up looking too busy. Like obviously it's busy because it's all neon colors, but I think it was a good choice to do the same pattern, but with different colors. Then Pandora's look, love. I love her reference as well. So the fact that she did Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas is A+ for me. I just wish she painted herself blue. I know that might be a little bit too much to ask for, but it's just when she walked out, I immediately got the reference. But it's like there was something missing, and I think if she painted herself blue and did like a cool, maybe not even changed her makeup, but like, I don't know, I just wish there was something extra to the look to make it more just better. Top of the whole runway is Akira. I do think Akira's looks have really been bringing up these past 2 episodes. And then Raja's always my second favorite, which sucks because I love Raja. But anyways, so the top team is Team 6, which, okay. But then Ginger wins, which also okay. Then we have the bottom 3, which is Kylie, Scarlett, and Jan. Now, again, I don't know who I would have put in the bottom, just because I feel like everyone did a very good job. So I really am not sure. Then we have this moment with Bianca Del Rio coming out as the lip sync assassin. I was very confused. I was like, oh, they're just gonna hand the win to Ginger? Although we haven't really seen Bianca Del Rio lip sync. So maybe she's amazing and we just don't even know. So yeah, but I was just like, oh wow, like this is really a cop-out. Like they're really trying to just make Ginger win. But anyways, but then Mayhem comes on and I'm like really excited because Mayhem is amazing, period. So yeah, I was happy to see her, and Mayhem gives really good lip syncs. So maybe not on Drag Race, but like go Google on YouTube, or go search on YouTube for Mayhem Miller's like lip sync performances. And then the song they're doing is My Phone by Lizzo. This is a great song to like really like camp it up, do something really comedic, and both of them did that, and both of them delivered really nicely. I think it was very, very close. However, making Ginger win is fine by me. She does win $30,000, which is so much money. That's 300,000 Rand, guys. Yo, I wish I could get that much money. But anyways, I'm happy for her, well done. And then she does give her money to her teammates, like, what? $2,500, I think, to her teammates, which I think is really amazing, well done. Anyway, so she wins and she sends Scarlett home. Now, when this happened, I was a bit confused, especially in Untucked when they were talking about who should go home. I really didn't know who was the worst and who I would send home, especially out of the 3 girls that are there. Yeah, I was just like really confused. So, okay, first of all, sorry, let's just quickly get this out the way. I'm really sad to see Scarlett go. Like I said, I think she brings great runways, and since day 1, she's actually been delivering on the runway, except for this last one. Sorry, but I just didn't like it. So yeah, I'm pretty sad to see her go. I was contemplating. I was like, who should have gone home this week. If we're talking about only report card, so obviously no friendships, no I like this person more than this person. So then I decided to like work on like a point system, if that makes sense. So I went by, if you win the challenge, like if you're the top all-star, you get 2 points. If you're in the top that week, you get 1 point. If you're safe, you get 0 points. And if you're in the bottom, but not on the lipstick, if you're just in the bottom, that's -1. And then if you're on the lipstick, you get -2 points. With the track records, Jan was in the bottom more than Scarlett, right? But if we look at the overall, Scarlett has -2 points because she was safe the whole way through and then had this time where she was on a lipstick, okay? So that means she has -2 points. Then we have Jan, who was safe and then in the bottom and then won and then was in the bottom again. So therefore she lost 2 points but then gained them back and then lost them again, which means she's at -2 as well. Which now that's where it really gets complicated because they both have basically the exact same track record. So yeah, it was rough. I will say Akira's track record is much worse. She has -4 points. And according to this little chart that I made, the tops of all time are Trinity, Raja, and Eureka based on track record. But my opinion obviously is different from that. I don't know who I would have sent home this week if I was there, so we're just going to leave that at that. But at this point, I can see either Raja, Trinity, or Kylie winning. Although I would look up for Ginger. Ginger is gonna, I'm telling you now, Ginger is gonna have an upward trajectory in this competition. So just gonna put that out there in case you didn't catch it already. I'm telling you now, the top will probably be Ginger, Kylie, Trinity, and Raja. The winner of this season, if I was to guess right now, I'd probably say Raja. I think Raja might win, and I'm happy about that. So period. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this episode. Let me know about what you guys think about the... Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have not yet, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. And please subscribe to my other YouTube channel if you have not already. Did I say please like this video? I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Please like this video. But anyways, I can't wait to see you next week where we'll be discussing episode 6. So yeah, hope y'all are ready.